Now that Kailyn Lowry is done with the Teen Mom franchise, she's switched her focus to podcasting full-time. Of course, the thing that Kail's listeners want to hear her talk about most is her personal life, and she's usually happy to deliver the goods. It seems, however, that some of the people in Kail's life aren't happy with being used as podcast fodder. In fact, Lowry's ex-husband, Javi Marroquin, is flat out begging her to stop talking about him on her various shows. Lowry revealed all of this herself on the latest episode of her Coffee Convos podcast. Javi and I's issues, right now we're back to communicating by email only. He's a complete dick, Kail said, according to the Ashley's Reality Roundup. He sent me a really nasty text message while I was on vacation because I spoke highly of his family on the podcast. He told me don't ever talk about his family and that I'm being fake about how close we are and how good his family is, Kail continued. I'm not allowed to talk about his mom and, he told me, don't ever ask his sister for anything. I highly doubt that they have any idea that you're acting like a f-king moron, and they're able to make their own decision. Lowry claimed that despite what Javi thinks, she's still friendly with his mother and sister. They're saying hi to me at a game, but we don't sit together, Kail said. We're very, very cordial. You may not like me, but they're nice to me and they're nice to my kids. From there, she read a text that she recently received from Javi. For the 1 millionth time, stop talking about my family. Stop creating this fake narrative that my family is a part of your life. You have a boyfriend, the message read. Keep me and my family out of your podcast, out of your life, period. Don't ask my sister, Lydia, to do you favors. Boundaries. Javi continued, allegedly. Stop living off this narrative that we're all so close. We are not the same. If you like my videos, please like them and subscribe to my channel. Live your life, figure your st out. We are email only after this message. Never, ever f-king talk about my mom. I'm sick of this f***king narrative you try to portray, and obviously furious Marroquin went on. These kids are going to be traumatized and I'm disgusted you think it's a laughing matter. I will make sure my son comes out on top. I immediately started crying because Javi has this ability to hurt me in other ways that my other baby daddies, Chris, Lopez, and Joe, Rivera, can't, Kail said of receiving the text. I do think that part of it is because we were married. So when Javi says things like this, I get emotional and I get really upset and Lincoln was like, why is my dad being mean to you, she added. I just blocked Javi's number. I didn't even respond. If you're a Coffee Convos fan, and you're worried that Kail might stop talking about Javi, fear not, it seems she has no intention of granting her ex's wish. He'll tell me, for the millionth time, stop talking about me, and I'm like, for the millionth time, this is my life, Lowry told her listeners. For the millionth time, this has been my life for the past 5 years. I'm gonna talk about something as I see fit and as it applies to the conversation, she continued. I don't know how many times I have to say that, and you don't get to dictate. When he sends me st like that, it makes me want to be spiteful because now you've pissed me off. Kail then claimed that her ex's latest complaints seemed to come out of nowhere, as the two of them were on the best of terms until recently. Literally 2 weeks ago, Javi was like, I'm always gonna be here for you, if you ever need anything, she said. I don't know what to expect, because sometimes he's like, I'm always gonna be here for you as a friend, and we're cool and we'll joke around at football and stuff, and other times it's like, I want to be in a relationship and you're gonna ruin it. Kail went on to say that she has no intention of messing up any current or future relationship of Javi's. His parents and sister being friendly to us at games, in no way, shape or form, would us being close, that should never affect any type of relationship he has, whether it's with his other baby mama, Lauren, Como, or anybody else, she said, before theorizing. Maybe he is involved with someone and they forced his hand to send that message, I don't know. Kail ended on a glum note, saying, Javi and I, we don't even need to be friends, and that's sad. When we're friends, it's so good, and when we're not, it's so bad. Not surprisingly, Javi has yet to respond to Lowry's latest comments. He probably knows that if he says anything, it'll get talked about on her podcast.